doing, brother?
I'm all right. What's with this beard, dude?
Little nasty.
Mike Tripetta has a question. I think he's going to ask you about that. He's going to ask him a question about the beard.
Choose first.
The floor is yours, guys.
Yo, Jones.
So, John, like you seem very happy out there. How has the Toronto crowd received you so far?
So far, so good, man. The Toronto crowd is always great, man. It's always a pleasure to fight outside of my country, you know, just to mix it up and reach different people. So it's a great honor to be here and gotta make the best of it.
Awesome. So I read some articles that you didn't bring any specialized training partners to help you train for this fight.
No, I never do. I never do.
Okay.
John, you gotta tell us about the beard. Is this a war beard? What's going on?
Yeah, it's just, you know, I just thought I'd mix it up. You know, just kind of keep it new and exciting and you know, keep the fans guessing.
Is it for this fight only?
I'm not gonna tell. I'm not gonna tell. That's just guessing.
That's the question of the ball. That's what it does, doesn't it?
That's what I've done.
What does James Harden think of your beard?
What'd you say?
What does James Harden think of your beard?
You know, I haven't talked to him yet, but I think he'd approve of it. I gotta trim it. You know, he keeps his trim.
You gotta get the Nike logo shape.
A little crazy.
Get something like tiki going on.
Oh yeah, the little tiki thing.
What DBZ move are you gonna use on Vitor?
Excuse me?
If you could, DBZ move on Vitor.
One more time. Say it again.
Dragon Ball Z.
What Dragon Ball? Oh, Dragon Ball Z move? I don't got any. I don't got any right now. I'll think of something. I'll get back to you.
John, are you just happy to be back competing again after everything?
It has been a long time, man. And I tell you what, fighting is my livelihood. You know, no matter what I'm doing, fighting is my livelihood. So to be back here, you know, this is like my sanctuary. This is my place, and it's always good to be home.
So, Vitor, you know, he's very, he's lightning quick, and he's been training with the Black Zones down in Florida. What have you been doing in your camp to prepare for such a quick striker?
Well, to be honest with you, you know, I'm a young guy, and I really believe that I'm pretty fast too. You know, I think there's a lot of things about my game that people really overlook, and I think, you know, to consider me a slow twitch athlete would be completely inaccurate.
Have you had that meeting yet?
With Dana? No, I haven't had the meeting with Dana yet, but I'm excited about the meeting. You know, me and Dana are ambassadors of the same sport, and you know, us not being on the same page makes no sense for anyone. So, you know, I'm going to talk to Dana. I'll definitely stand my ground and let him know that, you know, I stand behind my decisions. I'm sure Dana's going to do the same thing, and we'll come to some type of medium.
How disappointing was that to you to hear those comments?
You know, it bothered me a lot, but you know, it's been a while now, and I've come to terms with what he said, and really don't hold any hard feelings. You know, I think forgiveness is it's an important thing. You know, forgiveness sets me free from the situation. So I forgive other fighters, I forgive Dana White, and the fans that have
Turned on you?
not necessarily turned, you know, but you know, for the ones that spoken out, and maybe in an unfair, negative way, I forgive everyone.
Do you think these guys will come around eventually, the fans, and kind of forgive you if they're angry at you for how things went down?
What's your question?
Do you think the fans will come around eventually, the ones that are upset with you over the situation?
I've gotten a lot of messages online saying, you know, John, I've really gotten a chance to hear what you have to say about it. I've really gotten a chance to think about the whole situation, and you know, I believe that you actually did make a smart decision for yourself. It may not have been the best decision for a lot of fans, but for myself, it was a good decision. And at the end of the day, I'm the one who had to live with the decisions that I've made. You know, I really don't think the belt is as valuable to anyone as it is to me. You know, I'm the guy who woke up and has been training, you know, for 5 years and eating healthy, going to bed early, and you know, skipping out on great times when everybody else gets to be out doing whatever they want to do. You know, I'm the one who's dedicated myself to be the champion. So yeah, of course people, they were like, oh, you know, it's like you know, you're the champ, you're supposed to put your belt on the line. I haven't put my belt on the line. I'm doing it right now. I'm fighting Vitor Belfort in 3 weeks' notice.
You seem to be in a really good place. I mean, you've always been a guy who had a smile on your face, but that was gone for a little while the past month, and it seems to be back now. Is it just because you're landing in Canada, knowing you're getting back in the what is it that you just seem to be in a good place?
Well, I'm home. That's really what it is. I'm home. You know, MMA is my livelihood. It's my sanctuary. And even though this gym isn't my gym, I feel as if I'm in a sanctuary. You know, fighting and moving my body and breaking a sweat. That's what makes me feel alive. So I'm just grateful to be here. I'm grateful that there's people here that care, and I'm going to entertain them.
Do you have a new meditation place, or do you go to the same one you went last time?
I don't, but if people know where I went last time, I guess it's time for me to switch it up.
I don't know.
Yeah, I will be finding a meditation spot. I found a great place last time, and we'll be definitely meditating before this fight. One thing I'm really grateful for is that we have tons of teammates from Jackson's that is on this card, so we're gonna have we have lots of great strength. The strength in numbers. We'll be helping each other cut. We'll be eating healthy together. We'll be watching movies together. We'll be being together, and that's always empowering.
You see this going 5 rounds?
You know, I have no clue what's going to happen out there. You know, I always look to finish fights. So if it goes 5 rounds, hats off to Vitor.
Go ahead, Neil.
Are you still learning what life is like as champion? Are there always new obstacles coming up? Your life is not really so much your own.
Yeah, let alone, you know, figuring out what life is like being a champion, you know, figuring out what life is like being a 25-year-old father growing up under a microscope. It's tough, man. It really is. But if I was to sit here and make my life sound as if I had the hardest life, it would be a shame. There's people out there who live way harder lives than I do. So I'm not going to complain. I'm just extremely grateful to be where I'm at. And I'm going to continue to try to do my best. And I hope that the fans bear with me, because it's not always going to be perfect.
Vitor as an opponent, your thoughts on fighting somebody with a
Vitor is phenomenal. You know, he's phenomenal. I think that I've fought a lot of intimidating guys, and you know, more and more I'm learning to just be comfortable fighting guys who are simply intimidating. You know, he's fast, he's powerful, he's physically like muscular. You know, so I'm just becoming more and more comfortable fighting beasts, and you know, and eventually they're, you know, I don't know. I really don't know what to say about that. You know, it's just I'm just becoming comfortable fighting tough guys. That's all I've done for the last few years. So it's really not that. I don't feel any extra nerve, really. It's just another amazing opponent.
Do you see his age and experience being a problem for you for this fight?
You know, I think a lot of times age and experience can work against you. I think with experience comes tendencies. And I really believe that my ambition towards being the best will be more powerful than his experience.
Are you fighting for legacy now? What are you fighting for, Jon?
I'm fighting for, I'm fighting to really take care of my family. You know, I'm not in a position where I can just retire today and then I'm just going to fight every day. So, first and foremost, is to provide for my family. And then there's, you know, getting records. Right now, I'm already at the top when it comes to being a champion. So now, to continue to rise, I think goal setting is important. And I've set goals to catch up to some of these record holders. I think that's what's going to keep me on the prowl. That's what's going to keep me unsatisfied.
2 more, guys.
John, what did you admit to coach as far as like compartmentalizing things? Like